The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself a
touchdown Titans. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
Off for the point after is Randy Bullock. And this is good. Our score is 7-0 Tennessee. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. A former Volunteer back in Tennessee, it's Alvin Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Here's Winston. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Matthias Farley. And the return will stop right around the 25. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Henry is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Trying to punch it in with Henry, and he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Titans lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now 14-0. Here's Harris to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
Winston's throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Coming left is Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. Well, this defense for the Titans, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Flushed out right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action now, Winston. This is caught. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he stopped immediately there. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They go play action. Winston, the quick slant caught. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are back within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2? Win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now Tannehill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now a 2nd and 6.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Looking downfield for Jones. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Titans. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Harris has it over the middle. And the Saints are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Jameis to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. A give to Kamara running right. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. To try again after the sack. Tannehill. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 24, Titans 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On second down, here's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He wants Reynolds way downfield. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A gain of 37.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
They'll run on first down. Henry. He'll get it to the 40. He broke a tackle there but couldn't get much further. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Tannehill. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Ryan Tannehill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Final play of the half here, Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Winston. Dancing to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Lutz with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Marcus Davenport picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards left on 2nd down. On play action, Winston. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Here's Tannehill. Looking deep for Julio. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Winston now from the 50. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jameis again. And he's got this down to the 35. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down. Winston now. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 24-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Forced out to his left. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Winston to throw. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Here's Winston. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Matthias Farley. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run it again with Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now it's Tannehill. Playing time to his left. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this kick will be touched down as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now Winston. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Back to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle at the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year